And as we continue, I'm just going to start saucing these. Yeah, don't go too heavy because you're trying to waste that, and all you would do is hit them a flippy flip like so. Get them nice and saucy in there. The last time I teased these wings on Instagram, all it is honey hot wings. Everybody wanted the recipe for the sauce, and this is not Caribbean. There's nothing Caribbean about this, so you won't find this recipe on CaribbeanPot.com. So if you go down into the description, you'll see everything that I used. Anyways, we've got butter, and I like using salted butter. You will see a lot of recipes call for unsalted butter, but since I'm using salted butter, I'm not going to use any salt in this. However, if you're using unsalted butter, I would recommend, just to pick the flavors, just to peak it just a little bit more, to go in with about half a teaspoon of sea salt. My stove is off, my pot is cold, so what I want to do is turn on my stove and gently start bringing this butter down, let it melt. And I kid you not, 4 ingredients, yeah? We've got butter, I've got honey, and this honey is infused with Scotch Bonnet. So it's a Scotch Bonnet infused honey. You can use any honey that you want, totally up to you. Hot sauce, not pepper sauce, not Caribbean pepper sauce. This is more of that Frank's Red Hot kind of thing, that Louisiana kind of style, where it's based more on a sort of a vinegar based. And I'm going to go in, the other ingredient is some black pepper, and that is it, ladies and gentlemen. There's nothing more. And I can see my butter is already starting to melt, so in goes the hot sauce. Just use your favorite hot sauce, yeah? Now, that said, if you wanted to use some Caribbean style pepper sauce, you want to add a couple tablespoons of that for that extra heat, you can. I am using the Scotch Bonnet Infused Honey to get that sort of Caribbean vibe in the finished sauce. And you can't have hot honey without the honey, so in goes all of that lovely Scotch Bonnet Infused Honey. And finally, I'm going to go in with just a tiny bit of fresh ground black pepper, maybe about half a teaspoon or so, and this is optional. This one here is optional. I just like the different layers of pepper. When I say pepper, this sort of heat. So we got the black pepper, we've got the Frank's Hot, and we also got the Scotch Bonnet in the infused honey. All I'm going to do is swirl that, and later on, as the butter starts melting, that butter is straight out of the fridge. As the butter starts melting, I'm going to go in with my whisk and whisk that together. You can see that butter is starting to melt, so I'm just working that all the way around, and it's going to give it that lovely sheen as well too from that butter. We don't want this to cook. I'm just bringing this up to temperature. As soon as the butter melts into it, I'm going to hit it a quick whisk like so, just to incorporate all those flavors, and then we're done. It's that simple. I've got tiny bubbles trying to come up, so I'm going to turn the stove off because I want the residual heat to finish melting that butter. And there, ladies and gentlemen, you've just made hot honey buffalo sauce. I invite you to continue watching the video as I'll show you how I fry my wings, how I season and fry my wings for slapping this sauce on. Yeah, just look at that. Look at the sheen I was talking about, yeah? Just beautiful, man. Thanks for allowing me 30 seconds of your time. Uncle Chris here, reminding you, printable recipes are available at CaribbeanPot.com. If you like the recipe that you're seeing right now or any of my recipes, consider subscribing and sharing the link with your friends. And finally, I have cookbooks available for sale. I have 4 cookbooks and I'm working on a few more. So if you head over to CaribbeanPot.com/cookbooks, there will be cookbooks there ready for you all. And if you wait till the end of the video, yeah, I'm going to force you to watch the video or fast forward, I'll give you a discount code. For those same cookbooks, you can get a discount. All right? The color of the bowl isn't that attractive for camera, but what I have here is 4 pounds of really large wings that I separated into drums. I left the tips on the wings. That's in case somebody wants to gnaw on it later on. So be it. But It's been washed with cool water and the juice of a lemon. You can use a lime or you can use half cup of vinegar. Totally optional with the washing part, because I know some of you will be stressed out about what you're seeing on the news and all that in regards to washing chicken. I am from the Caribbean. We wash our meats. Drained. Yeah? Salt. I want black pepper. And this is very, very simple. You'll see there's nothing spectacular about this, because we're trying to keep this as simple as we can. Now if you're into all-purpose seasoning, you can go ahead and use your all-purpose seasoning. I have here some onion powder and garlic powder. And the last thing I want is just plain old cornstarch. The exact amount I used, I will drop it down in the description of the video. As I said, I'm going to go in with my hands now and I'm going to make sure and mix everything thoroughly just to coat the pieces of chicken wings, especially with the cornstarch. The reason for the cornstarch is it's going to form a slight crust. And that crust, after we fry it, it will allow that buffalo sauce, that hot honey sauce, to stick to the wings. So I went ahead and I mixed everything together, and my hands are nice and clean now. You notice the sort of crust that the chicken wings have. I have my vegetable oil heating over there off camera. I must mention I added some MSG to the whole mix here, because I know some people are turned off by the MSG because of propaganda and all that stuff like that. Because yeah, let me get into that. But anyhow, these are ready for frying. There's no need to marinate overnight and 2 hours and all that. What I will say though is make sure that your wings are room temperature, because I find if they're cold, if they're straight out of the fridge, it will drop the temperature of the oil significantly. And yeah, you don't want soggy wings. You want a nice crispy wing, because remember, we want that sauce to go on there. And again, the crust that we're going to create, that's going to help stick that sauce to it. And all I'm doing into that hot oil, I'm just tossing in the wings in there. And if you want to stick to just the drumettes, which will take a bit longer to cook, you can do that, but I will just time them accordingly. And I'm trying not to overcrowd the time too much, because I just want them to fry evenly. Yeah, I have my tongs here. As soon as I toss them in, I like to flip them, just so that hot oil helps start creating that crust immediately. It's been about 5 minutes and I've been flipping them every couple of minutes or so, just for them to cook evenly on both sides. Now if you have a deep fryer, you don't have to worry too much about flipping them, because a deep fryer, it will be covered completely, it will become completely covered in that hot oil, sort of hot fat, whatever hot fat you like to fry your wings in. Yeah, what I want to show you over here is, I'll just pull it over. I have a wire rack on a sheet tray, and what I'm going to do is, when I'm done here, I'm just going to put them there just to sort of drip any extra fat off it. I don't like using paper towels, because the paper towel creates steam and then it becomes soggy and stuff like that. The first batch that I'm making here, I'm not going to sauce them at all, because Polly doesn't eat spicy wings, but he will try the wings as they're fried. You know, if you just wanted to eat the wings just like this, without any sauce on it, they're quite tasty as it is. It's been about 10 minutes, so I'm going to take the flats out. They will get a bit more golden. The lighting here doesn't do it justice because of the artificial light that I'm using to light the video, but you can see, I don't know if you guys can see, it's taken on some lovely color. And as they cool, they will darken up a little bit more if you're worried about the sort of color. I know in the Caribbean, if something is pale, we think it's uncooked, but I guarantee you, the lighting isn't good. I don't know how to even block the light for you all to see how nice and dark it is. With the drumettes, since I know they're bigger, I'm going to give them a couple more minutes, so about 12 minutes, just to make sure they're fully cooked all the way through to the bone. I don't know if I can't really tell the color on it either, but the lighting is just terrible, but I guarantee you, they're fully cooked all the way through and they're nice and golden. Grabbing the second batch now, tossing them there. Now what I will recommend is, when tossing this in the sauce, you want them I would go directly in, shake, give it a good shake, put them into a metal bowl or any sort of bowl that you're going to be tossing it in. And while it's hot, I find that it takes on the hot honey sauce a lot better than when it cools down. And as we continue, I'm just going to start saucing these. Yeah, don't go too heavy because, you know, you're trying to waste that. And all you would do is hit them a flippy flip, like so. Get them nice and saucy in there. And that's it. We got some more frying. We got some more over there. But the whole idea is, yeah,